Objection! With Make Your Mark Gone, Tell Your Tale is pretty much our only semi-regular dose of G5, besides the comics. The series itself is filled with so much more life when compared to G5's flagship show, but even still, for the most part, the episodes range from okay to forgettable. But sometimes the stars align on a full moon on Friday the 13th, and an episode comes along that is not only entertaining, but does something with the lore and characters that develop them further. Thus today we are looking to discuss Tell Your Tale's top 3 episodes as of this video. Let's not waste any time and get on with the countdown. Number 3. P plus B equals BFF. With Posey's debut in Make Your Mark, she was initially the foil for Sunny and the others being opposed to magic, but eventually learned to accept this inevitability being a benefit. Since then, she's mostly shown up in Tell Your Tale and has pretty much been the resident punching bag.
And this is what happened! Not crashing!
Which leads us to P plus B equals BFFs. Pip and Izzy are selling magical friendship bracelets at the newly built Board Trot, and when any pony partakes in its various attractions, they magically receive a charm. Posey buys one and attends the various attractions, but to no avail. Yeah!
Maybe they're all out of Ferris wheel charms. That's probably it, right?
Oh, it's crazy. Put him in one of them crazy buckets.
Thinking it's broken, she returns it, but Pip tells her it only works when playing with friends, i.e. friendship bracelet. Pip then spends the rest of the day with her, earning charms together and having a fun day. And it's this episode that really cemented how alone Posey is.
The way you get charms is by doing fun things with your friends.
Well, I haven't come here with any friends.
Not that she's the easiest pony to get along with, but the fact that she really has no friends to go and hang out with makes her a more sympathetic character during this whole ordeal, where she's basically forcing herself to be happy in order to belong, doing activities she would ordinarily never do, and maybe in her desperate attempts find a friend in the process. And it leads to a nice, simple, but satisfying conclusion. For a character that started out as pretty one-dimensional and basically became Tell Your Tale's shot and fraud target, it was nice to see that for once, she finally experienced what friendship could be. Number 2. The Lone Alicorn. I previously talked about the events and themes of this episode more thoroughly in my Of Skyros and Alicorns video, so I won't delve too much here, but check out the video for further analysis. After Sunny has an Alicorn nightmare, Zip and Sunny go to Opaline's abandoned castle, well, somewhat abandoned, to find any clues to the possibility of other Alicorns existing and locate a tapestry that may make that hope become reality.
You okay, Sunny?
I am great. Zip, this changes everything. There's got to be more alicorns out there.
And we are going to find them together.
This is literally the first time in all of G5 I've been invested in a storyline, and really the first time since Sunny's had any type of real goal since the movie. For all intents and purposes, Sunny is technically the last Alicorn, a pseudo-Alicorn, and now realizes that depressing fact, and it really hits home for her. Watching her so emotional over the fact and focused on rediscovering Skyros holds so many interesting possibilities. Not much else to say, but keep on expanding on that storyline, and again, check out my Of Skyros and Alicorns video. Number 1. Buried in a Good Book. When I first watched this episode, I was stunned. I was like, wow, that was good. I had fun. That was funny. I enjoyed that. This was the first and only episode of Tell Your Tale that made me feel like this. But on to the story. The gang gets sucked into Misty's magical book and arrive in the land of Questopia, where they meet this weird fairy pony thing.
Hey, listen!
Who submits them to a series of quests across the land, including fighting a gingerbread crab monster.
So here's this giant enemy crab. Attack its weak point for massive damage.
Racing a dragon, crossing a perilous collapsing tile room.
But in the Latin alphabet, Jehovah begins with an I. Oh dear.
Leading to a final confrontation with the big baddie.
Defeat Xantorp the Furious!
That's the worst name I ever heard.
But it turns out he's actually just a lonely monster who has no family or friends. And Misty comforts him, completing the final quest and escaping the book. Every single encounter feels dynamic, thrilling, and has a lot of great comedic moments. First off, I love this lethargic, blasé fairy pony.
Welcome to Questopia, a magical land of quests, hard quests, dangerous quests.
Fluffy quests?
Nope, spiky and stingy quests.
Just her complete and total lack of interest in her dialogue is absolutely hilarious. Plus, I like that her wings are actually just books. That's cute and clever. The action scenes are pretty good too, like with Zip flying with the dragon, or the crab battle being a silly but entertaining bout. All the while showing off Sunny's magic and flying prowess. I love the music in this episode as well, especially when we get to the tile scene. Seeing the characters jump in rhythm and doing this precarious dance from one side of the room to the other was just a lot of fun. The final battle starts off with some decent action moments and gags, but the climax with Misty really displayed her kindness and empathy.
You're not Xantorp the Furious. You're just lonely. I was lonely once. Until I made some new friends.
With Misty's past, it's clear she was the perfect pony for this situation, and the emotions come off organically in a cute, happy ending. Now, the funny thing is, despite my praise, the episode does have one notable flaw. That being, all the quests are completely unrelated to each other. Yes, the fairy does state at the beginning that they have to complete main and side quests in order to fight the big baddie and escape, but each encounter doesn't affect the other at all. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It did not affect my enjoyment of the episode at all. Why? Because your audience can let story issues go if they're having a fun time. Fun, you know, that thing that was severely lacking in that other G5 show. Well, anyway, that concludes today's video on the top 3 episodes of Tell Your Tale. Do you agree with my list? Are there any other episodes that deserve the top 3 spot? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more MLP in the future. Well, that's it for today, guys. Until next time, MC out!